That's the way I look at things like this. This is a cheap introductory level tool that can help you around the ranch, scouting, for hunting, things like that. So for all the guys out there that think they are the most operator of operator and they're gonna go out at night with guns and do all this shit, like, yeah, I mean, listen, this probably might not be the night vision goggle for you. I 100% agree with you with that. Is there a coyote? Is there something messing with my crops? Whatever it is there a fox in the chicken coop? This might be a useful tool for you. What is going on, Predators? Today we're doing just a fun short video. We're just testing out a night vision goggle set that I got sent from a company here to test out. And so the first thing you're gonna wanna say is, okay, are these like just a toy or are they something serious, right? And I think everything has a purpose or a use case where it can honestly be useful. I've already thought about 5 or 6 different ways to test this specifically at night and for several different uses that I think will be good for me. For all the guys out there that think they are the most operator of operator and they're gonna go out at night with guns and do all this shit, like, yeah, I mean, listen, this probably might not be the night vision goggle for you. I 100% agree with you with that. If you're actually, it's like a life and death situation or a very intense tactical situation. But if you just like, let's say you have a property and you need to see at night from a good distance away and you wanna check out and see, hey, is there something out there? Is there a coyote? Is there something messing with my crops? Whatever it is there a fox in the chicken coop? This might be a useful tool for you. So with that being said, for this night vision scope, we are going to put all the information down in the description below. Plus there's a link down there where you can get it yourself. If the sponsor of this video, the company that has provided this for me, if they give me any kind of coupon code or anything for you guys, I'll also post that down in the description, so be sure to go check it out. I'm hoping this is going to be a useful tool that we can use on the daily to you know, manage land, check out hunting spots at night, get set up early in the morning, things like that. So there's probably a good use case for this. It's not going to be for everybody, but let's go ahead and test it out and see for ourselves. So the first thing we're going to be doing with this is we're going to be doing the unboxing, just kind of showing you what all comes in this kit and you know, what's going to be useful tools that you can use while you're checking this out in the field.
So the first thing that you'll notice is you've got some manuals inserted into the top of the box here. And the display on here shows that it's got a lot of different awards, a lot of different design awards. I did some research into these design awards and it kind of shows a bunch of groups that actually do some of these design awards, but I think it's more of a advertising and marketing thing because I've never heard of any of these companies before, like the French Design Awards, American Good Design. Yeah, I've never heard of any of these things, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Then you've got this useless piece of paper in there that doesn't actually serve any purpose. Moving on from that, we got the manual. Pretty detailed manual. It's got lots of good use cases and how to use and instructions and all that stuff. Then we got the box itself here. It's a sturdy box. The hinge was kind of weak on mine, so I had to glue it back on, but overall it's a pretty sturdy foam box. Inside comes a few things. We've got a lens wipe to clean off the actual lens of the scope. Then we've got a carabiner and an SD card and a USB-C cord. This little carabiner has a compass in it. Not sure why we need that. You know, typical Chinese made stuff. They throw in a lot of little extras that you don't need. Then we've got the headband here. This is going to be a head mount or a helmet mount. Has a nice fluffy pad on it that can be taken off if you so choose, or replaced back on. It's just Velcro. Then we got the actual scope itself here. It comes with a few screws so you can adjust it and mount to different, either the tripod mount or the head mount on there. Also comes with a neck strap here so you can strap this thing around your neck and carry it around. One of the more useful ways to use it. One thing I found is with the tripod adapter that it doesn't actually fit my tripod, but I might talk about that more in a little bit. So in order for it to work on my tripod, I had to mount it upside down, which technically it still works like that, but then all your video is going to be upside down. Then the actual scope is here, and like I say, it has a little IR filter built into the lens cap here, so you can kind of, during the day, you can kind of filter it down and get a better depth of field here so you can see more and it's less out of focus. Built-in flashlight on one side and a built-in IR light on the other for the night vision. Flashlight has a couple modes, regular, steady, and then it's got a strobe mode as well. Then here's that tripod mount. Like I say, it works technically, but it mounts the thing upside down, so I wasn't a big fan of it.
So I've got the scope on right now. I've got several different ways to use this. There's a head mount like you see I'm wearing right now, which this can fit over. It's adjustable. It can fit over a helmet. It can fit over a baseball hat like you see me wearing right now. There's also a neck strap, so you can just hold it around your neck and use it for spotting at night. And there also comes with a tripod mount there too. So right now we're just testing out the head mount because I think this is the most fun way to use it, and it's also hands-free, which is nice. And so basically the goggle just kind of swings down like so. It is adjustable on 2 different axes here, so you can move it in and out away from your face, and you can also move it up and down. I'm finding that this, no matter what, even with it pushed all the way out, it's too close to my face. Like these eye cups, I don't know if there's no way you can really see this, but the eye cups are touching my eyes right now, and I feel like it's too low. So I'm gonna adjust it a little bit, and I can kind of adjust it through the headband here. The screws on here are made of plastic. They're not very durable. You're gonna find that, like I say, the whole kit is fairly cheap. It's like I say, so the headset or the headband here is not super comfortable. It doesn't provide much padding, but it does have a little bit. The weight of it, it's actually more comfortable in this up position here, but it does still put a lot of weight right on the tip of my forehead. The adjustment though, like I've had to adjust it based on this headband. Like I brought this up and down to adjust it more than I've adjusted the scope in and out. So I put it on this furthest position away from my face and just drop it in just like that. I do feel like this mount is very easy to break, so you got to be very careful with it. Be gentle with it. Maybe use the tripod mount or the neck strap for it if you're going to seriously mount it on something or seriously use it. I don't like the head part here, the headband for it, because again, I just feel like that's too like I'm an operator kind of thing going on. That's not me. I'm just a hunter and an outdoorsman. So later on, I'm going to try this out, and I'm actually going to try it out on a tripod, and I think that's going to work out a little bit better, but I just wanted to show you the different mounts and everything here for it. So I turn it on with the power button, and now we're running. So I can see through this. I can see the camera right now. It's got a pretty good zoom on it. I'll tell you right here, I'll put it down below if I can tell you what the zoom level is. There is no autofocus, so it's all manual focus, but right now I just focused in the camera with one little turn like that. Now I can focus in on the front door of my house. Again, a slight turn like that, but there is no autofocus on it. Everything is manually controlled. Okay, so recording now, so there's no stabilization. Again, this is very zoomed in. You're looking at the camera right now. I can see it through my field of view here. So again, I'm gonna bring my fingers in here so you can kind of see the field of view. Okay, very narrow field of view, but I can see pretty far off, and focusing distance, like I can focus pretty sharply at my neighbor's property over there. I can focus even further than that, but I don't have anything further than that out there. But yeah, like right now I just whipped it back to the camera. It does have a lens cover on it here. I'm not sure exactly what it's for. I think it kind of improves the field of view, because right now the lens cover is off. I can see you got a nice bokeh, nice out of focus area there. But then whenever I put the lens cover back on, I can see I've got a little bit sharper field of view. It's almost like coning down that iris a little bit so that you get a little bit wider field of view. We'll kind of see it with and without in the night view as well. But yeah, overall so far with the video quality, I'm actually pretty impressed. Hopefully the things look similar whenever it's recorded and pushed out to like a computer or something like that. But through the lens here, it looks nice, clear, colors are bright. Looks pretty good, but we're going to test it out again at night here. We're just going to wait for the sun to go down here so that we can, you know, actually use it at night and everything. But one thing I want to point out, I think you can probably see it now. You can see on my nose here, I can see it through my corner of my eyes where those lens caps or eye cups, sorry, were pressing right here on my face. So right here on my nose, I can definitely feel that these rubber eye cups, although they're made of rubber, they're not very comfortable. So, but let's go ahead and test them here at night. And here, let's cut to the night shot. All right, it's pitch black in here and it's at night, and you can see, you can't see anything. Let me just turn on the light here so you can kind of see what we're working with. Okay, so this is with the flashlight on. I'm just looking at my bike over there across my bedroom. Okay, so we're going to turn this off. Now we're going to go into night vision mode here. And there you go. It is pitch black in this room right now. You can see the IR is working really good. I can see my bike nice and sharp over there. Okay. Again, looking with my naked eye, it is completely pitch black in this room. So anyways, indoors, good quality, works really well, and I'm not getting eaten by mosquitoes, which is better by me. All right, predators, so we are out here at the ranch. It is pitch black outside. I can't see anything but a sky full of stars. So this is an incredible amount of zoom. So these are definitely a scope for long range use here. That tree right there is probably about 60, 75 yards away from me. Look over here a little bit past that bush. That tree line right there, good ways away. Let's see if we can see the mountain. Let's turn this. So this is the highest IR light here. So basically it's just turn that IR flashlight up. Look around, see if we can see anything. I'm just kind of gently focusing with one hand here. So I'll get a video in the daylight from this exact same position and show you where that tank is. But again, that is probably 100 yards away, something like that. But the trailer too, that's a good ways away. The quality through the optic is pretty good. I feel like it looks like I've viewed some of the video from this on my computer, and I feel like it doesn't look as good on the computer as it does on this little screen, which is odd, I guess, because it's just the video is formatted in a way that it looks better on this little screen. But you can see, yeah, I mean, this thing works really well. So that is the Cigman X1 Pro, guys. What do you think about it? I think that this is a fun tool. I don't know if I would consider it a super useful night vision scope as far as like I'm trying to do something very serious. If you want to have a serious night vision scope, I think there's some better options out there. But this is actually, my kids actually really enjoyed playing with this. I thought it was pretty handy for several different things, for, you know, being able to scout and see, like if whenever I was at the ranch, I was able to scout out at night and see if there was any hogs or pigs out there. If I'm just trying to locate and, you know, do surveillance from a fixed position, this is not a bad option, you know. And like I say, it's an introductory, very introductory, I'll say, price point into true night vision. That being said, the video quality on it was honestly not bad. The problem with this really was the lack of stabilization. The fact that there was zero stabilization on it made video recording pretty bad. Now, it wasn't as bad whenever I have it strapped to my actual head, because I'm moving my head, and some of that motion and that jumble from that kind of is tracked with my head. So like it moving together, like I didn't notice it as much. Also, because of the fact that it's cropped in. So you see the videos that I played over here. When I'm looking through the eyepieces, you know, I'm seeing a circle about this big. So it wasn't nearly as jumbly and, you know, crazy and stuff like that. So would I recommend this to you? I think it's not a bad deal if you're just trying to get into something where you have a cheap, easy to use scope for, you know, scouting the ranch, or trying to find your way through the night. Not a terrible idea. The problem is it's not very good for wandering around, because it's got such a zoom on it. It is a scope. It's not really a goggle, so it's not like giving you a natural field of view. It is giving you a very zoomed in field of view. Honestly, it's really, overall, it's not bad. It's got some it's not terrible for the price, I'll say. It's got some use cases where I'm like, I'm still going to keep this and I'm still going to use it. But if you want to get one and you want to get a discount on it because you don't want to pay full price for it, there's going to be a link in the description. You can check this out, check this night vision out, and see if it's something you want to play around with. And overall, just enjoy this, nice little tool here. So it's that's the way I look at things like this. This is a cheap introductory level tool that can help you around the ranch, scouting, for hunting, things like that. So do with it what you will, guys, but this is the Cigman X1 Pro night vision scope. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep defying the odds.